This episode of Dungeons and Dorkheads is brought to you by Green Man Gaming. Head down to the link below to get some fantastic deals on video games and shop with confidence, knowing that every game on this site comes directly from publishers and you get a fantastic deal in the process. Not only that, this video is also brought to you by XSplit. Head down to the other link down there and get in on the fantastic family of products that XSplit has to offer, including XSplit Broadcaster, which is a fantastic program for live streaming, video recording, and even making this video that you're watching right now. Head down to the link below. And let's not forget, this show wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the great people making Foundry Virtual Tabletop. Head down to the link below. Foundry Virtual Tabletop is perfect for all of your virtual tabletop needs. It's very easy to set up, very easy to mod, very easy to get all of your game systems working, including D&D 1st Edition, D&D 5th Edition, Pathfinder, Fallout Pen and Paper, even Bunkers and Badasses. Head down to the link below and try out Foundry Virtual Tabletop absolutely free. And last but certainly not least, we need to give a big shout out to the folks at ForgottenAdventures.net for their dedication to the craft of map-making assets, virtual tokens, battle maps, Clip Studio brushes, and builder packs, all available on ForgottenAdventures.net. Link down below in the description.
Yeah, we're probably. Yeah, it all worked out.
Okay, I was thinking like grave robbing of riches. I didn't know you were taking whole bodies. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Zach.
there's a side money, and the pawn industry has a lot of usage and stuff.
There's not usually any interesting things on corpses. I've checked.
Yeah, it's just a side gig at that point, really. 'Cause it's like, well,
It's like finding money in your laundry.
Exactly. And like, it's like just avoid the spots that are particularly
I mean,
unless you're
were they like commoners or like who were they? Because you know,
commoners.
God,
commoners
come
don't get
on, man! Like at the very least, could it be like fucking bandits or something?
I
Like
mean,
something evil?
or
Why
greedy
just some
truck
basic
bag.
people? Have
Because
some...
he needed corpses in bulk, and they told me,
Oh,
do
come
this, and I'll teach
on.
you about ghosts and shit. And then I was taught about ghosts and shit. And it was kind of cool, if not kind of creepy.
These
Look,
poor
I already
pe-
paid
those
for it
poor
in, like,
people.
a-
You're making them suffer after they're dead. The only
Yes,
people
that
who should
shouldn't
suffer
be
after they're dead are the ones that are actually
because
bad.
of the person you took after, but still kind of
I
disturbing.
paid for it in some memory loss, it's fine.
As all of you are kind of standing on the main deck, arguing towards the direction of Wizard City, you hear Roxy actually speak out. Honey? What's that?
What's what? Demir says, looking wherever she's gesturing.
She points, and as you turn and look, you can see what looks to be a floating balloon.
What the fuck? Balloon?
They're spying on us!
That. God damn it! Not again!
Like a
Should we
hot
take-
air balloon?
Should we
A
take it
weather
down?
balloon?
Yeah, it looks to be a hot air balloon that's kind of floating your direction.
I've seen
Sandra,
this
do you think you could
before.
shoot that?
The elves are spying on us again.
Yeah, how far away is it?
It looks like it had been approaching for a while as all of you were kind of communicating with each other. It's still probably a good, like, 20 to 40 minutes out.
Dude, a hot air balloon is like a death trap. You like can barely steer that thing.
Yeah, it's 80%
Like, it is,
wind. The wind
like,
is
when-
doing
when-
most of the work. Sandra goes
Yeah,
and gets
and
her bow.
when you have like when you're up there, especially if there's dragons, what the fuck you gonna do? In a fucking balloon. Like that thing is just a basket. It's like a picnic basket for any flying creature that wants to eat your face.
Okay. I was just
I
gonna
don't go in
specify.
those things.
Sandra, just gonna specify. I didn't say shoot it. I just said you think you could shoot it.
Nope, we've seen this before. Those goddamn CAD-rim spy balloons. They think they're better than everybody else.
What?
What?
We don't know if that's a good or a bad. If that
What the
is a
fuck
good
are
or
you
a bad.
talking
balloon.
about?
Sandra
Don't
being
shoot 'em.
racist again.
I think she's being racist again.
Sandra,
Sandra,
don't
quit
be
being so
racist.
Bad Sandra.
Sandra's up on the forward deck, kind of
Put
gauging
a
the
gold
distance.
piece in the racist jar. You did it again.
Look, it's probably just someone passing by. They're probably not actually coming for us, Damaris says, trying
And
to
if
pick up
they are,
speed.
we will burn that bridge when we get to it.
How far
So
out
what
did you
Joe's
say?
filled up.
Just
How
like
far,
to someone-
I can get more kids.
how
just to
far out
Nicholas,
did you
what the-
say it was?
So, with the speed in which hot air balloons travel, it's maybe 20 to 40 minutes out. It's relatively close, all things
That's what I'm
considered.
thinking.
But it's a higher.
But it's a hot air balloon. It
takes
doesn't
forever.
go very fast. But it seems to be coming from a direction where it is coming at the boat. Can I have the two with spyglasses make perception checks?
Like, is
regular
that just the
checks.
direction of the wind taking it that way? Because it's a fucking hot air balloon.
Can I make this check with the bucket?
You know what? Fuck it. It's bucket time.
Fuck it, bucket.
Zach's only question was just, what the fuck is a Cadron spy balloon? But
I
yeah,
thought you
continue.
were talking about
Cadron is
Bucket
another
in
region
game.
on the
I
planet.
forgot about
It's an
the
entirely
freaking
different
D&D
country,
movie, Bucket.
actually.
Alright, turn on that camera and roll that bucket.
Alright, so we're gonna have to do this on the floor. I've laid out a blanket for this.
Love. I actually
That's
tuned in
fucked.
just so I could see it.
I've had this ring going.
That's costume. I'm gonna have to roll it more gently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
that'd
maybe
be
put some
really
tape on the
comfortable.
lid because it opens up.
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
rolls.
say it's opening.
I'm just gonna call that a 15 because the 15 is on top.
That's how dice work.
15 plus
It
7.
is.
Alright, cool. You got a 22, Demir got a 24. Both of you kind of pull out your spy glasses and look at this thing pretty far away still. Trying to make out fine details. You can see that this is in fact a finely crafted hot air balloon, but it's significantly larger than a regular hot air balloon. And as it continuously gets closer, you can see quite an unexpected inhabitant inside of said balloon.
Is it a candy golem?
Is it Arcanus Xanthus the Ascended?
Good guesses, but both of you are incorrect. You
It's a
actually
dragon.
see a golden draconic head of a dragon
Wait,
that
shit is...
appears to be using a hot air balloon to make its way towards you. It every once in a while has to like look up and blow some extra fire into the balloon to make sure it has
Wait.
enough.
You said
Did
I
I
was a
just-
golden dragon?
Wait, is this the guy?
Alright, hold
Is
fire.
this the guy who was there at the guild when it exploded?
No, that was a brass dragon who got disintegrated.
Okay, fair.
Damaris just kind of sitting and looking, just like, is that a dragon?
Alright,
It's not
Sandra
hot air
lowers
balloon.
her bow.
The
It's a dragon head in a balloon. It's not just a dragon, it's a dragon head.
Hold fire. Metal type dragons have a tendency for being good.
If it asks for my gold, I'm killing it.
Oh, obviously, you would say
I'm
that.
pretty sure it
but-
has its own gold.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some ulterior motives here.
Most likely.
Now then, Demare turns to Roxy and says, by the way, to answer your question, sweetie, that's a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon is a lighter-than-air aircraft consisting of a bag called an envelope which contains heated air. Suspended beneath is a gondola or wicker basket. In some long-distance or high-altitude balloons, a capsule, which carries passengers and a source of food. In most cases, an open flame caused by
What's
burning
a
liquid such as
Wikipedia?
propane. The heated air inside the envelope makes it buoyant. Since it has a lower density than colder air outside the envelope, as with all aircraft, hot air balloons cannot fly beneath the atmosphere. The envelope does not have to be sealed on the bottom, since the air inside the envelope is at the same pressure as the surrounding air. In modern sport balloons, the envelope is generally made from nylon fabric, and The inlet of the balloon closest to the burner flame, is made from fire-resilient materials such as Nomex. Modern balloons have been made in many shapes, such as rocket ships and the shapes of various commercial products. Though a traditional shape is for more.
This bitch an encyclopedia, goddamn!
No, she's reading it from Wikipedia, the free magical encyclopedia book that she's holding that anyone in the world can edit.
A magical book that anyone can edit at any time. So one dickhead got the fucking book and he just keeps fucking with it.
Yeah, it's the free magical
No, he just
encyclopedia
keeps tearing off of
book
every
that anyone
page, and
can
soon enough
edit.
there's no book left.
As you're kind of reading all of this, Roxy is just like nodding her head, and everyone can very obviously pick up she has no fucking idea what's being said, and
she's just listening because she cares.
Halfway, but she doesn't understand things like
Roxy, it's like an
nylon,
airship, but it's smaller.
buoyancy. She just gets that there's a balloon, and the balloon go up.
Roxy,
wow, you know so many things, don't you, dear?
Roxy, it's like an airship, but smaller and dumber.
That's not as exciting. I like your version to me.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Fair enough.
So is anyone gonna do anything while this hot air balloon gets closer?
I guess
Zach is just
not,
staring at
because
it.
Sandra knows Dragon Protocol.
It's just, you got, like, what is it? Zach staring, just dead-eyed at it. 1,000-yard stare.
Alright,
That sure is a thing.
It's not a Cadrim spy balloon, guys.
What the fuck even is that?
Cadrim is another continent.
Stop being xenophobic!
I'm not being xenophobic. They legitimately hate Adia.
My God, enough with the xenophobia already.
Yeah, like
I
what
don't
the fuck?
think all of them are.
So as the hot air balloon gets like fairly significantly closer, you hear a loud voice coming from the balloon. Hail!
What's poppin'?
Hello?
Hopefully not your balloon.
Sandra answers in Draconic. Yeah, can we help you?
Might I land?
What? Do we have space for a balloon?
Roll
is
the
it
keg over to the side.
It's not front of the ship.
There should
Give it
be
a
space
front.
on the bow here.
Just signal them to get on the bow, I guess.
Yeah, say Dante's gonna start moving some stuff out of the way.
Okay. As you slowly start making space, the dragon grabs something, and you can see some magic being cast, and it starts deflating the balloon fairly quickly. And finally, after a bit, the balloon gets sufficiently deflated, and the dragon just kind of like reaches up delicately and starts grabbing it, and it sets down upon the front of your ship here.
Wait, so is it like a humanoid dragon or like just a very small dragon?
So
Or a huge
this
dragon?
is a full-sized adult dragon that I do not have the proper token for, because as it gets out of the basket of the hot air balloon, you notice this dragon does not have wings. It has nubs where wings would be.
It's a
Aww.
big fucking balloon. Gee. Damn.
So, just to clarify, this is a
would-
golden dragon.
This is in fact a golden dragon who you see they kind of nicely start trying to fold up the balloon with their claws, which are exceedingly sharp and dangerous. And the dragon tries to, not take up terribly much space, and they do start profusely apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me.
Do you need some help?
Oh,
Like I can help
yeah.
if you need it.
I yes, very much appreciated.
Sandra
Sure, I
is
got you.
noticeably only slightly nervous.
Yeah, if you could just here, take this and
Yeah, I got you.
Probably just like stuff it in here temporarily. There we go. All right, thank you for that.
No problem.
Right. Hail. Thank you for allowing me on your vessel to parlay. Apologies for not giving more formal notice to my my visit here. if I had a more prominent way of getting to you, then I certainly would. But there have been some difficulties so far.
It seems like quite a fine balloon, though. You seem to handle it quite well.
Thank you. I made it myself. It took quite a long time and some goblin ingenuity. Those crafty little buggers. I love them.
Wow, rude.
Now Demare is getting the side eye.
Another penny for the racist jar.
It's not
Man,
racism.
we're
I just
filling
hate
up.
people who think they're better inventors than me.
So we're gonna
Oh.
make a racist jar. Every time someone's racist, you put a copper in.
It's not racism.
Okay, if you say so.
I hate the
So,
rules,
what brings
too.
you here to parlay?
Okay, that one actually.
Well, so you see, there have been a band of adventurers going throughout the land when there haven't been many adventurers about. After the debacle with the Adventurers Guild and the recent events, I sought out the necessity to parlay with a potential group, and after seeing you coming from the Orc lands and entering and exiting the undercity of the Wizard City, I found that it was good chance I might be upon a correct group here.
Well, you didn't find a good adventurer right here. I'm a pirate, not an
boy.
adventurer.
I mean,
Pir-
the rest
pirates
of us
are
are something.
adventurers. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
difference!
So good.
Do you do it for fun?
Yeah?
Well, then you're an adventurer, technically.
Shut up!
So what? So what is it that you specifically seek us out for?
Well, with the recent developments that you may or may not have heard, the world is beginning to go through a bit of a crisis. So, the various of the draconic kind have been, for an unexpected turn, losing their sanity.
That would explain what the incident that was happening in Wizard Tower, then.
Yes, quite. The main issue, at the current moment, it seems that all wormlings are acting ravenous, and the young dragons are, if not gone irritable to the point of aggression, have become fully aggressive as well. They are dangerous to interact with regardless of the whether they be metallic or chromatic.
We were attacked by a group of wormlings, and they were filled with just black, like spitting out and kind of like oozing just this black, like goo.
they're in the cargo.
Yeah,
hold
they're
if you
in the
want to
cargo
take a
hold
look.
if you can look
Were?
at them.
Wait, you were?
Yeah, we moved them down there.
Like we did hold on to them, but yeah, something wasn't right with them, and they were very just violent, just attacking relentlessly when they attacked our ship.
Yes, well, that has been something that has been studied a bit by myself and some close colleagues. Unfortunately, this affliction has been getting worse over the days, and some of the courts of the Draconic Lords have been using this opportunity to make moves.
Syndra's ears perk up.
Like what?
That this one is not fully aware of. Just there have been an increase of attacks that we are uncertain whether or not the other Draconic Lords are organizing to seek this as an opportunity, or if this truly is just an odd happenstance of outbreaking insanity. The infliction that seems to be becoming more prevalent, the reports as it starts as a mild headache, and then over the coming days, the pain increases, the irritability, as well as snapping, and some have reported seeing things, some have reported that rest could potentially stave some of it off, and the opposite for others, where it is in the dreams in which they feel that there is something coming, and that feeling something is approaching.
Well,
So what exactly do you want us to do about all this?
Well,
Now define something.
I can take
one question
that.
at a time, please. What I would like for you to do, well, every age of myth, the age of wizardry, the post-fracture age,
The soon
there are,
pirates.
well, mayhaps that may be the next age, for this age may be coming to an end soon. I would assume that due to the Adventurers Guilds meeting what seems to be chaotic ends, almost as if orchestrated by some unknown group, each of the Adventurers Guilds are being taken down days prior to worsened events, and this has been linked to a decrease in adventurers, but some still at the same time an increase of havoc within the area. The main Adventurers Guild fell, the town was rift by devils, the Adventurers Guild within the Orc lands was burned down, and some heroes emerged after felling a foe atop a tower. You lot may be this age's heroes.
Sick.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Zach's
Yeah.
sitting here just thinking to himself like, huh,
So
I
is
certainly
fate
would like
real,
to
or are
be-
we just, no, I'm just not, this has got to be like the greatest clown joke. I'm gonna just keep that to myself.
who do you think could be like poisoning the dragons? I have an idea of maybe who, but I don't know. That's
Well,
Are you
just
gonna ask us to kill the Lord of Cinders?
that. That's what I was thinking. Maybe Lords of Cinders is
That
responsible
was
for it.
already the plan.
How do you know of one of the Draconic Lords? Their
Zach
names
points
are...
at Sandra.
Very
Sandra,
carefully.
Sandra steps forward and like, he has my mother, and she holds out her flaming arm.
As you hold out the flaming arm, the gold dragon's eyes go wide, and before you know it, you see the glowing emberous veins beneath your arm, starting at your shoulder, shooting all the way to your hands. It flares, and it shoots a beam of fire that opens a rift, and then jumping from the rift into the air is a cloaked figure who immediately draws 3 arrows back on her bow and lands, each one directly into the side of the golden dragon's head. The golden dragon immediately falls to the side, dead. They
Sandra,
What
land.
the fuck?
What? Oh dear! Right, we can't bring it
Kinda
up.
falls out of Roxy's
Dude,
hand.
I messed up.
Pulls her
Oh, I
gun.
messed up bad.
As the cloaked figure hits the ground, they slowly rise, holding the bow that you can see is crackling with the same glow of fire. You hear the hoofs set down and a glow from underneath the robe. Easier than anticipated. Well, I guess the Lord of Cinder did say you were good for something. they slowly turn,
Demir shoots them.
and
No.
Demir, you can go ahead and make an attack roll. As they slowly turn, you see peeking out from the side of the hood a curled horn. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I recognize this person?
So you look at them, and
Critical A.
a bullet fires, hits them in the shoulder, and as it jerks, the hood falls down, and you see a fawn. They have the similar crackling fire, but it goes through their neck and up, and this fawn looks like a younger version of your mother.
Here is when you killed the dragon.
Gale?
They look you in the eyes. They just shake their head. It has been a long time. You never came back for me.
I wanted to.
Well, worry not. They put their hand on the bullet wound, and you just see a flash of fire, and they throw the bullet from their shoulder. It hits the deck, and is just a glowing, molten blob that just starts slowly lighting the deck on fire.
Oh no.
Their shoulder appears to be fully healed. Well, Sandra, you're doing your part. I will be continuing to do our part. Singar has many plans for us.
What? Who?
Our Lord of Cinder.
Nymphos uses create water on the fire.
Can you get the fuck off my boat?
Easy enough. She waves her hand, and crackles of fire spread through the ground beneath her. A rift opens, and she drops through, cloak billowing behind her, and all of it then sucks into the center, and the deck is left as if unmarked.
Well,
What a bitch!
We should
Yeah.
probably get that body below deck
yeah.
before people assume things about us again.
Sandra falls over.
Yeah, Dante goes over to Sandra to see if she's okay.
Actually, shit.
Sandra,
Peppermint.
You just
Sandra,
you
are
hear
you alright?
thumping.
I
Just
don't
like
know.
like directs the golem to get that down below deck, and then just like heads over to just Sandra from a distance. Just
Well, my guess
Sandra,
is
what was all of that?
I think that was my sister.
Your sister's working with the Lord of Cinder?
I
have a sister.
would. We've been over this.
I have a bad memory. I'm sorry.
I was not told this. I was not told. I knew
think I
about your
remember.
mother, but I
I
didn't know
just
about
kinda
your
forgot
sister.
about
I
it.
have more questions than you do.
Fair enough. Just this might be seem callous, but I just need to know going forward. Do you want to
You can
figure
kill
out
her.
what's up with her, or
I'm more concerned.
less bluntly than that?
about
But yeah,
the fact
basically,
that
how are
she
we gonna
just
treat this?
immediately
It was
killed the
always
gold
my
dragon.
intention to save both of them.
Look, I'm gonna be real.
okay.
It seems like that she has her own fire daddy right now.
That's unfortunately probably true.
This isn't right.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, this is Probably not so good. You could take some
I'm
time if you
very
want.
sorry, Sandra.
Hey, Steve.
What's up?
Did she seem at all mind controlled? 'Cause I was kind of wondering about that.
Make an insight check.
Insight check. Okay.
Zach's only thing would have been just analyzing what the hell the magic
No,
is.
I don't know about the Lord of Cinders. I met the Lord of Cinders this month. I met this person today. Mind control? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
I guess
insight's
I'll
not the
do
mayor's
it.
forte.
All you know is that bitch knows how to follow orders. She got the fuck off your ship.
Can I
That bitch kind of cray.
can I
Also
make
follows
the
orders.
same check because it's my fucking sister?
Go ahead, make it with advantage.
What was that again?
Insight with advantage.
Natural
Sandra,
20.
Get
Oh.
wrecked, man!
that look in her eyes, that there were so many words that could be taken from that look. She not only is not mind controlled, she has spite for you. There was just loathing into the eyes, but at the same time, the disappointment. She had thought that you were coming back for her. And the many years that you've been gone, there are many years that you had no idea what happened to her. In those caves, you only saw your mother. And over the many days, you've constantly been asking if people had seen your mother, if anyone knew where your mother was. And it's almost as if she knew. You never asked about her. And she heard that. And she knew. And that bitterment and resentment built up. But she still loves you. And it hurts knowing that you were looking to save your mother for so long. But the second that she appears, you hesitated. And her resentment, despite the fact that you did nothing, was affirmed. She's not controlled. She is working of her own will. And she believes in a cause that put 3 Dragon Slayer arrows into the skull of an adult gold dragon who is about to give you more information upon a number of important facts, number of important strings, quests, but was silenced the second that they were going to tell you about the Lord of Cinder and their plans. You also know that your sister, she has accepted the gift of the Lord of Cinder and knows how to use it with marginally more proficiency than you. She is fully adept with it. And it is going to be very difficult to win her back in the days to come, if you ever are able to encounter her again.
You okay there, Sandra? You kind of.
You're doing okay
I
there?
feel
You
sad
go.
that you brought up
You
You
seem
want-
like you got a lore dump pushed into your
We
head.
can take care of the. We can take care of the ship chores and whatever. You could just be in your room if you wanna.
I don't understand. Why?
Sandra, you can take all the time you need. This is probably a lot for you to take in.
If there's anything important you need us to look into, we can do that. You need some time. just immediately whispering to Nicholas, "Hey, can we figure out if there's like anything poisonous on these arrows?"
Sure. What would the check to check these arrows?
Make us. I'll say survival check.
Survival check. Survival.
Which, while
I
they're
would
doing
put
that,
fine.
Dante, just without saying anything, just caringly just picks up Sandra and just takes her to her room.
Nicholas, you're not sure. It's covered in a mix of gold dragon blood, and you actually do. It catches your eye. Within the brain, you actually see. It's almost like a thin layer of the black ichor, as if like a drop was put on and kind of rubbed in. It's something that make a medicine check for me, actually.
Well, the things I prediction was correct. I think I know who's doing this.
Nicholas, as you kind of analyze this takes a bit of time, but it appears that the brain is actually starting to produce this ichor.
Oh gosh! Throw out the dragon! Throw out the dragon! Throw out the
Not
dragon!
actively. It's something that over time, as a dragon lives, almost like the production of brain cells or the bones, the bone marrow producing blood, the brain itself would start to produce this ichorous grease that would fill the skull. And checking on a couple of the other dragons, it then be leaked from the brain and would leave through the eyes. And that is where that black ichor would come from. And this adult dragon, this is fully an adult dragon, it is just starting to hit that part where, as he was kind of talking of the spectrum, of starting with a mild headache, going to irritability, and then descending from there. Obviously, the wormlings, as you're checking them, like, their skulls are filled with this. And that is why it was leaking from them. The golden dragon, it seems that for a partial part, they were either resisting it or it was going slower. They may, you're not sure where on the spectrum they were, but you would assume it was only at the very beginning. So they might have had either that mild headache or irritability, but you can't be certain because they had the 3 arrows shot into their skull and died.
I'm taking those, by the way.
Just wipe them off. Yeah.
Yeah, clean them off.
So what's your prognosis, Doc?
Well,
Whatever the terms
it
are.
seems that the golden dragon was also having the same issues as the other dragons, but it was much slower since it was an adult dragon. So the dragon arrows may have been to stop him from having to also suffering the same fate, but who really knows? It was probably just out of anger towards Sandra that her sister attacked. But who knows?
So, like, can we speak with Deb this thing?
Oh, right. I could do that, couldn't I?
I was
wait, no,
pondering
I
if
couldn't.
it was poisoned or something, but I don't know if you could, because, like...
Yeah, even if
the
I
goop-
brought it back, the goop would still be there. I
I don't know if the goop would make it... How spread was the goop right now?
It was.
I mean, they're fucking dead, but you know.
It was like currently a little bit in the brain. It was not currently fully in depth.
I mean, they don't have to be
dead.
alive when you speak with that. It's just a corpse, but...
True.
I don't even know if you can do that, though. Or if it's, like, poisoned with some stuff. Yeah.
Can I summon? I think I can summon a ghost for a little bit.
On a side note, Zach's just gonna ask Dante, can you figure out what Sandra's favorite food is? I can bake something, I don't know.
I'll work on it.
So,
While everyone's doing all this, I want to inspect the dragon's scales.
right?
Just could these be a good building material of some kind?
Don't.
God,
Don't, you
Demare.
sick, twisted piece of crap. No.
You
Obviously.
sick
I mean,
piece of
they're an
shit.
economic wonder. In some societies, this is considered
Taking
respectful.
scales.
No.
Okay.
It was
Like-
Alright, your
literally
funeral.
doing an
I guess.
autopsy.
The mayor-
No. Let me at
Maybe
her.
not.
Let me at her, alright? Demare.
Huh?
In general society, golden dragons are considered beacons of hope. They're the good guys. How do you think it's gonna look when we walk into a blacksmith with pieces of one of them?
I didn't even think about that.
It'd be pretty impressive, probably.
No, they would
Demare,
actually turn
could you
on us.
could you think sensibly for 5 seconds?
Sensibly, these are good building materials.
That does not change the fact of the matter. Can you not be a sociopath for 2 seconds?
I think she'd look really
It's less
nice.
about sociopathy.
Look
It's
how
more of a
pretty they
lack
are.
of
They're
I don't
so
know, man.
understanding how
Literally,
people
the
I
get
dragon
think
was not
sociopathy
even
when
trying
you
to
don't
hate on
give
us,
any
and yet you're
cares about
harvesting his
respect
corpse.
or caring
This
about
Their
guy
parts
wanted
are
us to
didn't
do a
touch the
thing.
gender.
Consider this his dying wish to help us out, specifically me, maybe Roxy.
I'd like a belt.
Oh my god. You guys disgust me.
Yes,
Oh, would
I
you rather
have-
just waste him and let him rot away?
It's called you bury something.
Fuck
I-
Yeah,
Dude.
for the worms to have it. Wow, how respectful.
I do
Yes,
ask
it is
you-
respectful. You
Demare.
give back to the earth.
I-
Dragons especially will believe about giving back to the earth. Not something
I-
you would
Giving
get.
back to the earth will take in the form of rescuing
I-
all of the dragons.
I have speak with dead. I can talk with the dead and see if we could ask the corpse just a couple more questions. So should I
Alright.
try? Okay then.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
Just put it this way, Demare. Let's just ask him if he wants us to use his body or something. If we
Okay,
if
but
we're
I'm
able
keeping the
to.
ones
If you
already
can
picked
ask
off.
for consent and be respectful, then that would be okay.
Let
Otherwise,
me
I'm not
go
gonna let
in
you
first,
fucking touch
though.
it.
It is kind of wild that the one who worked for a necromancer is caring about the consent of the dead all of a sudden.
Listen, Zach's just gonna go over to Demare and just like whisper to her. You could at least I don't know. Look, we could just dig him up later or something. Just I don't know.
What's the point? That's just so much more work.
Yeah, but then you don't lose the whole. I don't know. Something about team building and keeping a
I mean, the team should understand that if this can help us stay more alive.
morale is important, you know.
Okay, yeah, you know what's really bad for morale? Dying.
I mean, that's kind of part of why you make morale stay high, so they
Skill
want
issue.
to not die
Can
fast.
we just skip to the part where we ask the dead dragon questions, please?
I mean, that's on Nicholas, really. So
I did already speak with the dead, so sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, Nicholas, you going into the hold next to the golden dragon's corpse, you set up the ritual area and saying your prayer, bestow upon the body the magic that you can see it. You form it into a sphere, which then goes into the lungs of the dragon. It slowly fills, and you can see the eyes open once again. And as its mouth hangs open, you suddenly hear a just continuous scream of pain. What do you wish to ask?
Let me.
Can
I have
let-
your scales.
Let me try first, you freaks.
Nicholas, you do know that you have to be the one to ask the questions.
Okay.
What are the Lord of Cinder's plans?
I
I was just gonna say, could there be one dragon that's poisoning all dragons currently?
Here's a better
Uh,
question. Who should we talk to about this?
is there
So
anyone else who knows things?
you,
That's also a good question.
Ni-
as
We
well.
we get 5 questions, guys.
Yeah.
Just
Nick just asked one.
one at a time.
Nicholas, as you as you ask the question, hang on, what was the question again? Like 3 more questions were thrown out.
Like, could there be like a dragon that's conspiring against all the dragons?
So you ask the question, and you hear back between all the screams, "None of us know! Everyone vies for the throne of the king of the dragons!"
Relatable.
Okay then.
What does the Lord of
Mundane
Cinders have to
goals.
do with any of this?
What does the Lord of Cinders have to do with any of this?
They all vied for the throne! They will stop at nothing, kill anyone!
Oh.
Who do we talk to about all this?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Who do we talk to about all of this?
There is no one! The heroes must live the tale! Fight to win and save the realm!
God damn it, he's a fucking idealist.
Great, no actual plan. Just saying, hey, can you do this with no actual help? Fucking wonderful. Can I have your scales?
That's a good mentality for having fun, but if, I don't know.
Ignore that question, Nicholas.
But we do want to know it so we can have his consent, though. So maybe leave that one to last.
Sure. What?
Nicholas, real quick, can you make a spellcaster check?
A spellcaster check, sure.
Ask which dragon hates the Lord of Cinders the most.
That would probably be a
That's
good
a
one.
good one.
Actually, yeah, what dragon hates the Lords of the Cinders the worst?
Alright,
The most.
Yeah, the most. Sorry.
so make your spellcaster check first.
Spellcaster, that would be what, the spell attack or just
Yeah,
normal?
spell attack.
Okay.
So you see the ritual that you have set up. It starts sparking horribly, and as the screams continue, you see that the magic that you had pumped in starts inflating the head, and it explodes. And all of you are immediately covered in brain and viscera as the neck just slumps back down to the ground.
Well, I guess we won't find out who the Lord of Cinders hates then.
Zach is jumping off the side to rinse it off.
I'll kind of rinse off too.
Or rather, climbing up to the fucking top, just like, oh fuck, this is gross. Just the cartoon run.
You would do a cartoon run, just natural, like NPC moment.
Into the water. This is gross, and I don't want that weird goo on me.
God.
Yep, I don't want this
Damn
to
it.
on me either.
Ew.
Can everyone who was present for that make a quick insight check?
Oh, cool.
Present for the
yeah.
explosion?
Yes,
That's
for
pretty
the
Alright,
much
well, that's
everyone.
everyone, really. Where's insight?
That was almost really good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
roll.
that was a good question, though. And
Yeah.
Oh, I almost got a nat 20.
I did get a nat
then
20.
Zach has no
Nat
insight.
Better.
Alright, so Nicholas, can you also make an Arcana check?
Sure.
I believe in you, Nick.
I'm just happy I got a good
A
roll.
While
whopping
he's
plus
doing
12.
that, Sandra
Jeez.
is under the spigot for the...
Good. Good thing I had that plus 12.
I'll say also Demare. Oh, Nat 1 is a failure regardless. Demare, also make an Arcana check.
While they're doing this, Sandra is under the spigot for the big
I-
keg and is just taking a shower with water.
I had my insight, but I don't know Arcana.
Okay, so Dante and Nicholas, from what you get with insight, those are screams of pain and terror, and that, like, it was as if their entire being was suffering from that. And Demare, from what you remember with Speak with Dead, because you've seen it used quite a number of times, and the various runes on the ground, and while you're not a divine caster, that wasn't right. There is nothing besides, like, maybe with a 23, obviously the surefire thing is, like, divine intervention can obviously stop a soul from being spoken with, but something messing with the tether between the body and the soul within the
So basically,
afterlife.
that explosion wasn't just Nicholas screwing up.
No, that was absolutely not Nicholas screwing up. Something which divine intervention usually is more
Would I have
I'd
a
say
guess?
less painful.
grandiose.
Can I have a guess towards if it's some third party or Nicholas's god saying this is fucked, kill him now?
With a 23, it is absolutely something third party, whether it be a direct intervention of, someone like scrying and somehow counterspelling through a scry, like, not direct, but there is something that either it be spiritual proximity or a direct intervention. It has been messing with that tether, and the influence caused this. And with your arcane awareness, there isn't anything else here. That's the thing. There's nothing present. If you were to detect magic, there isn't. So there, between you here casting the spell within the material plane and this gold dragon's soul in whatever afterlife, somewhere in between those extra planar spaces, something caused an interference here. And the interference was so great that it caused the dragon's head to explode. And you would assume whatever is capable of that, like, once you start leaving planes of existence, that's a different scale. Like, it's like a podunk farm peasant meeting a King's Guard in combat. Like, it's just two different magnitudes.
Yeah.
So you're sitting here on the material plane. There is something that is so powerful, it is messing with the line between life and death in alternate planes of existence.
Damn, I wonder if there's anyone who's actively looking to fuck with this guy and make sure he doesn't speak with us. Just, I don't know, I'm throwing out some ideas here. Anyway, with all that done, Damare's just gonna...
Zach getting back onto the boat, just heading back
But,
down.
first she's gonna take off all her clothes and then use her dirty clothes to wipe off anything that's on her skin. Then get to work.
Sandra is taking a shower and is noticeably upset.
Are you showering with the keg?
Yes.
That's actually kind of smart, I'm not gonna lie.
It does.
Say that
water.
seemed like the best idea.
Alright, I'm gonna head down and
Magical
confer.
water pressure.
You got me down as well. Well, that
I
was
used-
not supposed to happen. Heck,
I
the
abused
dragon
my
Hey,
ended up
ability
in
to
Nicholas,
swim.
swing.
what in the world was that? I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
I think the Lord of Cinders fucked with us.
That's what I'm assuming.
I mean, I don't think it's the ghost, the dragon itself being upset at us for bringing him back, but
In
It
horrible,
sounded like it
absolute
was
agony.
hurting.
Now, the better question
I have no
is,
idea.
what's
I just
the
ate my roll.
throne they speak of? What is that throne?
Do I know about this throne?
Probably the throne of dragons or throne of heroes or some fucking mystical bullshit like that.
Sandra, this is going to be a DC 25 check of intelligence plus proficiency because it is a dragonology check.
With advantage because it is my favorite enemy, though.
Sure, but it's DC 25.
It's gonna be difficult.
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 What was it again?
It is a Dragonology check, intelligence plus proficiency.
How well do you know your dragon?
Proficiency.
You even have a +5.
I don't have it, but I can get close. Okay, big roll.
Sandra,
I believe in you.
Sandra.
No, you couldn't even do it anyways, because that'll be only
too shook.
24.
Well, Sandra just keeps crying up on the top deck.
I don't think Sandra's in much of a position to know what that throne is. But still, throne of dragons or something that the dragons are after. Cool. We can ask around for that.
Yeah. Oh gosh, why?
Dante is just absolutely livid and decides to go clean off and walk past and completely just shoves into Demare on his way out.
I'm not even in the way. Am I? Is this the exit right over here?
Yes.
Okay. Demare just kind of ignores him and keeps doing her business.
Oh, he doesn't care if you care, honey. He just wants to shove the shit out of you.
I know,
on
and
the
I'm
way
making
out.
it clear what my reaction to your interaction with my character is.
Dante just washes off and then just tries to comfort Sandra.
Well, if you get arrested for having those dragon skills, it's not our fault. You're the one who decided to do it.
Maybe mold him into something unidentifiable? Yeah.
What do I care if I'm gonna get arrested? I'm a fucking pirate. I'm already wanted more than anyone. What's a couple more thousand gold?
Justice.
Hey, Sandra, how about we get you to your room? How about that?
I need to get home.
So Nick, we don't have to worry about like a ghost
No
like,
worries.
a dragon haunting us,
We're
right?
gonna get there.
I have to talk to Gamer.
I mean,
I need his
probably
advice.
not at most. If they're gonna haunt somebody, they're
Well,
gonna haunt us.
We'll get there.
and
For
his
now, let's
sister.
get some rest.
Cool, just
And his maps. I need his advice and I need his maps.
that was a pretty horrible death and then reanimation.
Yeah.
So
That is true. But that was
But,
not on
I mean,
my
I guess
end.
he's
That was
already
somebody
dead.
else.
yeah. And like he's a good guy, right? So like
I mean, we were just trying to ask for more questions.
yeah, just you could understand one person trying to do something to another. Dragon
Just
clown
whoever
communication.
was
Ooh, what?
that,
Oh, right, Chris. Chris left.
Oh, okay.
just whoever was.
They're going.
I guess the
Alright.
Lord of Cinders just really hated the gold dragon.
Just probably didn't want him to tell us things that would have been bad for his mojo.
I guess, yeah. But that does make me question. Probably, well, it's probably the next go on our journey. Then is just trying to figure out why these dragons are ill.
I mean, probably, yeah. Dragons running amok probably isn't so good.
No, probably not.
Probably wouldn't be conducive to most people's success life goals, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna go do a bunch of cool things, and then you just get fucking dragoned.
Yeah,
It'd be funny the first time, but then after a while, it gets kind of stale, doesn't it?
yeah.
Aside from
I
the whole
mean,
dying part.
I could also
It's
see it
unfortunate
being
we
bad
couldn't
for
get
Sand-
answers. But we
Yeah,
can still
We got
figure it out
some
one way or
answers.
another.
We at least figured out what heard about the throne.
That was my whole point with the whole getting you to look at the dragon's body. Just like, okay,
Yeah.
is it like some bullshit keeping us from getting answers? And I guess the answer was somewhat.
Yeah.
We
My
may
guess
not have
is
gotten what we
maybe
needed, but that's okay. We will figure
Okay.
this out one way or another.
My guess is Lord of Cinders wants that throne, so he's trying to kill off all the other dragons to get to that throne.
But
I
why
guess
is my
for
sister
Dragon
involved?
politics. Okay, I can
That
only
I cannot give you an
assume
answer.
that in the tragedy of feeling abandoned or of that, a traumatic event and feeling like they were left behind.
Left
Or
behind.
some
I
bullshit.
was always looking for her.
Sometimes
She
people
was
take
2
things the
when it
worst way.
happened.
In that case, it's more likely the dragon's been poisoning her against you.
She
Probably.
probably has been convinced
I
that
knew
you
if
don't
I could
care.
find Mom, I could also find her.
Yeah, she
I
must
mean-
have been convinced by the Lord of Cinders that you didn't care, even though you
Yeah,
did.
probably.
And having not been able to be around you for so long,
Yes.
she was probably going to eventually cave into his way of thinking, if anything.
Just for the sake of knowing how we should proceed forward, what? I mean, it's pretty. You don't want us to kill her, right?
No, I've looked for her
Okay.
for 15 goddamn years.
Getting that off the
Don't
board.
worry. Don't worry. We're gonna find a way to get to her and hopefully have her see reason
I mean,
so that you guys can actually be together again. We'll figure it out.
do you have any favorite foods?
Beef stew.
Probably have some beef, right? I'm gonna go see that.
Dante starts filling a tankard from the keg with some of Sandra's favorite wine and gives it to her.
Wait, shit. Let me get some fucking beef broth. There's some soup stock from here, real quick.
Oh, gross. You get that
This
from the
fucking
barrel?
It's
egg and
magic.
everything.
Shut up.
The magical barrel.
Liquid.
Come on, Barrel, give me soup!
Let me save on soup ingredients.
I mean,
Meryl,
it
give me more
works.
shake. I need that shake.
He might not be able to do.
Now I need from wine to beef broth to fucking milkshake.
Just a
Should we
slight
try
beefy
soap
aftertaste.
Nicholas and his vibrating cup go to the side.
This poor keg is sick of her shit. If it had sentience.
You fucking shit. Asking me for beef?
Fucking beef!
First you ask for milk, now you ask for beef. What, you want a whole cow next?
Yes.
Yes, bring
That's
me
gonna
the
make
cow.
it do bad things.
Give me liquidized cow.
Okay, maybe that one's
straight
possible.
from the source.
Shit.
There's just a fucking Holstein pattern and then a Minecraft cow face.
It's
on the
nothing,
top of the
there is
cup.
nothing fresher than just straight up slaughtering the cow.
Just quick,
It'd be
quick,
great, just
Dante.
like coming up and just like I'm pouring something
Also,
just deep red. It's
guys-
like, what? Hey, what are you getting? Oh, it's just dead cow. It's just
Asking
deep
for cow
red.
slurry.
Guys, oh, okay. I was gonna say Steve is asking if we have to go, if we want to continue going or not.
It feels like we're winding down.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we're
we
good to wind down.
we can hit the next story beat, or we can wind down for the night. We do need a break because bathroom break is necessary.
Well, I
I'll
also
say
have
this,
work
I
in the
do want
morning
to
and
kind of
stuff.
hit
so-
Riverside.
Vari says she's gonna use the restroom, but is up for more if we wanna.
Yeah, I'm right here still. LMAO.
I know. Some people just don't read the chat sometimes.
Oh,
No worries. I
Anyway,
sees
BRB.
it.
yeah, sure. Break time.
Okay.
Like if we
Right.
want to quickly get to that next point, we can.
Yeah, so get off the river for Hunter's sake.
Yeah.
Alright. We can probably skip at least one portion, and because like there's the Isle of Iron. Obviously, it's right in front of you, but
You know what? Fuck them.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
If
Just
you
sail
don't-
past them, giving them the double
Sailing
middle
past
fingers.
middle finger.
Fuck you,
Hey.
fascists.
They are a lawful nation.
They are lawful, but they are kind of fascist.
Yeah.
Alright, pausing the recording.
So, with the shenanigans of the Golden Dragon subdued,
Shenanigans, I just turned on sad music.
yeah, it's just, some silly guys having a silly time.
A silly.
By the way,
Your
you
aesthetic.
still have an entire giant basketed hot air balloon that is deflated on the front of your ship.
I was gonna
That-
ask about that.
Oh.
Technically, we don't have a
I
whole ass
forgot
hot air
about that.
balloon. We just have the envelope and the basket.
Yeah, can we use that?
If
Yeah,
anyone has some sort of artificer who can make the hot air.
Yep.
Sandra waves her firearm.
That you can barely even make a spark with.
Actually, Sandra can like summon her entire sister.
Oh.
Hey, sis, could you come be this hot air balloon for me?
Actually, I can make a continual flame.
Anyway, so was there anything anyone wanted to do for the rest of the day?
I wanted to yell at the mayor.
Well, Demir's assumably going to be at the helm eventually.
After
Yeah,
she's
once I'm
taking
done
all the
collecting my
scales
stuff,
and the
putting it
gold.
away in my bag of holding, and then I'm gonna get it cleaned up after that, and then yeah, I'll be back to the helm.
Dante's gonna stick to just comforting Sandra.
So I'm assuming I just collected everything and cleaned up no sweat. And now I'm back over
Yeah.
here in the arms of my GF.
Yep, you vibing at the helm.
I'm also casually explaining how ships work to her.
She's nodding.
I have to get home.
No worries, we'll get you home.
I've received a contact from Orvid? Orvid? Galley, I think. It's the one who has the spell message. I guess the dwarves know about the draconic plague.
What did they say?
Just, it's a thing, but we should probably keep in contact with them to be political allies and stuff.
Do you want to send them sending
Yeah,
stone?
I already wrote back that like it's linked to the Lord of Cinders. I already told them about your sister. Tried to put in terms of like help her out, don't kill your sister.
Please.
Stuff like that. And if we want to contact them, we should probably write them before we go. But don't know if they know more about it than us. Damn.
There is a considerable delay before you get a response back. I'm trying.
Ladies
Out
and
my words
gentlemen,
for
welcome
this.
back to the show, Orvid.
Orvid as through galleys saying
Through Galley and then technically through.
it's a game of telephone.
Yup.
Finally, the first medieval telephone.
It's
You
just
know,
a
next time-
sending stone.
You're
I'll
probably right, yeah.
I'll look into that.
That's actually
There have been. I've initiated a quarantine. Still trying to gather details.
Have you considered a mask mandate?
Oh no.
Zach is gonna just convey that to the group first. What should I send back? This thing only lasts so long.
I will note that you as spellcasters know that there's a limited amount of spell slots that Galley has.
Yeah.
Like, quick, before the message wears off, what can I tell? What should I write back or say back? Send back.
See if you can, I don't know, find any leads, any dragons that hate the Lord of Cinders, someone we could team up with, maybe. I don't know.
All right. What if I just tell them we'll keep in touch? Yeah, you'll keep us in touch with leads. We'll keep you in touch in leads. Good luck.
Sure.
What about that?
Sure.
All right. Then Zach's gonna send that off of mutual leads, keeping in touch with each other on this particular disaster.
I can say, I guess, probably with logistics and shit, without wasting all Galley spell slots in one day, I can reply one last time. Start off with last reply, comma, The sickness afflicts all draconics.
Oh.
It doesn't seem contagious.
It seems to affect all draconic types, but doesn't seem contagious beyond that, or doesn't seem contagious. Literally just, Gally literally just told me, it seems to affect all draconics. It doesn't seem contagious.
What about my arm?
We also
Dragon?
have
That's a genuine question.
also possible blue issue.
What
Blue.
was the last one you said? Possible what?
Also possible blue issue. I'm running out of words.
Possible
basically.
blue issue.
Reminds me of the Azure
What the fuck
Guard.
does that even mean?
I don't know.
I think it's the stuff that the Azure Guard had.
Blue.
The what?
Remember the Azure
blue
Guard had
blood.
blue blood? Yeah.
Oh!
Oh no.
Hey.
Well, that is some Illithid ass shit.
Or well, honestly,
You know,
I
okay,
never
thanks-
figured out
thank-
what it came from, but
You know what, Nick? Thanks for picking up on that. I completely clued out on that one.
Just like Illithid's dead, done, gone, bye.
We did it. No more. No think about
We
illithids.
did
Only
it,
think about
bye.
dragons. Zach's just gonna send back,
That's our pig right now.
Shit, yeah, that might be a connection.
or like, you know, what should we send them back then? The possible illithid issue, but also got the fucking plague going on, mainly the dragon plague, which seems a bit more pressing. What should we write back? Or you know, trying to involve you all.
So you said so. They said the dragons are also having blue blood. Is that right?
No, the dragon plague affects draconics. It isn't contagious. They also have a blue issue.
A blue blood issue.
Just a blue issue, but probably that's what they mean.
Oh dear.
What should we
The
send
same
back?
thing that affect the Azure Guard. I don't think we ever figured out what caused it. That's concerning. So we at least know the elephant may be there, but that's it. That's our
Seems like
only
a side
clue.
issue.
And even that-
Just send them best wishes is all, or
That's unfortunately all I can suggest because I currently don't have a hand enough on the blue blood issue because I never resolved the Azure Guard problem other than just knowing about it. Something had changed.
Zach's just gonna send back. Well, we took care of our blue issue, but if you need help, you know where to find me. You know where to message me. Good luck, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the last
Zach,
hit that
diplomat.
you hear for a while. You know, no more messages for now. Gally's taking a fucking nap.
So no leads on the dragon stuff besides the dwarves are aware of it, and maybe they have illithids, I guess.
Well, that's good because they have more resources than we do.
Yes, though it concerns me on the degree of it means more resources the illithids could have access to, but
That's
I
true
have-
as
We'll
well.
be
I-
fine.
I have
It's
faith
fine.
in our allies. Yeah, they'll let us know if anything gets worse with that one.
Yeah,
Worst
probably.
case scenario, the Illithids call us, so that way we can be the next victims,
I'm just
and then we can
concerned.
just kill them.
I'm just concerned about illithid dragons.
That's
That's even a thing.
Can't be any worse than regular
it's
dragons.
probably possible.
Didn't we already face Illithid dragons too?
I mean,
I mean,
You
I don't
know,
know if they're
basically, but
illithid.
they were kind of just brainwashed dragons. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what Illithids
They're
do.
going
They brainwash
crazy.
you.
I mean, I guess.
Well, it doesn't seem like brainwashing. It seemed like they were going insane. Brainwashing usually means they have complete control over your actions. That was not that.
Goddess, I hope Amon is safe.
We're still hiding there, right?
Yes. I have to get home. I need his advice and his maps.
Oh.
Amon.
Oh,
Sandra's
My
stepdad.
adopted dad.
Yeah.
The mayor just kind of leans over to Roxy and is like, "What the fuck's a dad again?"
Well, so you see, when a mommy and a daddy love each other
Swear
very
to God.
much,
I know what a mom is, but I don't know what a dad is.
yeah, it's like one of those, but they chose the male pronouns.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, that sounds nice.
Yeah. Let's. Did we anchor? Or are we still sailing?
You're still sailing.
Yeah. Let's just head over there for Sandra.
We're gonna go there.
Can we stop in Riverside for supplies?
We already
Yeah,
got
sure.
supplies. We have more candy than we can eat.
It has been
That
2
candy would kill
weeks.
us if we ate it.
It has been 2 weeks since we ran out of butter.
We could
Why?
have bought some for
Why?
discount, maybe. But then again, okay. If you want to buy some butter, sure.
There are a number of things I want to buy.
I mean, we could maybe. Zach heads to the keg to ask for liquid butter.
I think after the shop trip, I'm gonna
Liquid
go for the
oh
night.
God, no!
Oh yeah,
No, B, you
A
put it back
barrel
in.
of butter. Let's go.
B, you put
You
it back
butter
in my
believe
head.
it.
Oh yeah, we can just make liquid butter and then solidify it.
B, God damn it, you put it back in my head. The fucking
What?
Little Caesars corn pizza that comes with
Oh,
a 2
God,
liter
right.
liquid butter.
Nice.
Corn pizza. Yeah, no, we can just make butter.
Hey, could we make
God.
pizza as well?
But I suppose there's other supplies like vegetables and shit,
You've
which we
done
probably
it. You
need.
put it back in my head.
Rip. Take psychic damage.
Sandra takes.
Perish.
Sandra takes 1d4 emotional damage.
emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
That's the 3. I am actually subtracting that.
Rip.
Okay, so a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
So you're sailing past the Isle of Iron. I'm assuming you're actually sailing past it.
I'm definitely not gonna visit it.
All right. You do see that there are dragons flapping around trying to attack it, and they just get shot by cannons and ballista.
Nice.
Demand to yourself and scrubs.
And you sail around, and I will say, as you're about here-ish, go ahead and the 2 with spyglasses make
Spyglass check.
make a regular perception check, because this is a long distance check.
I can't see where we are. The map isn't working.
Oh,
Do I have a spyglass? Do I even own one?
I have a
get me
whistle.
check.
Do you mind if I reload?
Yeah,
this
whatever, I'm
whole
good.
thing
You go-
real
you go
quick?
ahead. I'll go ahead.
I'm too busy talking to my GF.
I'm just reloading the whole thing really quick. Sorry. It's just yeah, no, the world map still isn't working.
Well, that's
Sometimes
neat
it just-
idea.
Sometimes the loading just gets a bit wonky.
All right, so neither of you notice until you're actually fairly close. You do hit the portion where you are now going with the stream, but so you will be going faster. But as you're like getting fairly close to the town, it's pretty obvious to the lot of you that there is smoke rising, and since you kind of sail through the city, it's impossible to miss. This city has been razed to the ground.
Oh.
Oh, fuck you.
There's a lot of dragons around here.
Is it dragons? Oh, I guess we started as dragons.
Oh, fuck you. I love Riverside.
Well, now you get to
Just,
rebuild it.
Can't see it. I can't see it. No
I
vision.
can't see anything.
Oh, it said it disappeared on me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, it's right, because we don't have vision on Riverside yet, because Riverside's a place we're not on, I
Hang
guess.
on. let me real quick. Just turn those things off. Can you see again?
Yes, I can see it. I can see the entire map.
You said
That's
this
I
was
do be River.
steadfast.
Lamau.
I'm sorry. Fucking rip Riverside.
Ah, my hair is red.
Oh no, it's the old party
It's the
token.
old token.
Dante is missing.
No.
no. Hang on, give me a second.
In the water.
This is also the wrong token.
What will I do
Right
without
at the new
Dante?
token. Where's the new token? Hunter.
I don't know. You put the map together.
I didn't.
You just put the map together.
It just spawned in.
You just put the map together where
The
you
map just
destroyed
appeared
my
by itself.
favorite town.
Lamau.
You said
The
this wouldn't
cruelty of
happen
January.
again.
No, I used very specific words.
Oh, Reverend actually saying you wouldn't do it again.
But you wouldn't blow up a town, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember him actually agreeing to that.
Looking to. There we go. And I need to update this one as well. We have so many party tokens. Let me
Almost.
save. And all right. Anyway, hey, the party is in Riverside. What would you like to do?
I was going
Man,
to
we could
go.
visit the mall.
I was going to go shopping.
I wanted to
Oh,
buy
let's go see what's up in
groceries for
shop.
making soup.
I
but
no,
wanted
yeah.
to buy fucking groceries.
Hey, see.
So,
I'm a professional when it comes to raising and raiding. Dude, how long has this town been fucked?
make an investigation check.
Gotcha. Yonda gotcha. Not insight.
Bruh.
Investigation.
It has been a couple of days. So I'm assuming you want to get off the boat and walk around a bit.
Yeah, just gonna wander around, see what's left. Any shouts to plunder.
So one thing you notice, you've done a bit of plundering. This very obviously was the work of multiple dragons, and there is a very definitive, there was a group of people who were running away, and some of them did not make it in the outskirts of town, but there are, for the population and the amount of bodies you're seeing, most of them probably did escape. They probably had a good military here to fight and distract the dragons, and there are a number of dragon corpses littered around. But at the end of the day, it did result in the entire town being lost both sides of the river. You'd assume that since there are some buildings that are like very, very much like a fire hit the building next to it and then it spread to that building. So probably there's still a sufficient amount of goods still here. With a 19, you definitely do manage to find a storehouse that it was specifically made with fires in mind. They actually dug down so that the stone around it, if things would catch on fire, the goods inside would be fine. So you're easily able to restock on supplies, and there are sufficient rebuilding materials. With the amount of people that have died, it's probably going to be a pretty quick turnaround. They'll be able to get this town back up again in a couple of years.
Fuck yeah.
Could I search for survivors?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Actually, how does tracking work?
I'd have to look at the ranger tracking ability.
Because that's what I want to use. Somebody
Use
do
your ranger.
somebody do something else while I figure it out.
An idea comes to Damir's mind. She wants to look for survivors too.
I mean, we can probably just roll off of your investigation check. So like I said, it has been a couple of days.
As well.
They did have a good contingency here. They probably evacuated basically everyone, and those who would have been injured and could not make it back, they're long dead. So, I will say, Sandra, just go ahead and, because you're going to try tracking, go ahead and make a perception check. And since you're, I'll say you can get advantage because this is fairly easy to track stuff.
Also, because I've been through here.
All right. I will say, doing a bit of tracking, yeah, it looks like most everyone had gotten out. There was a sufficient military unit, which it is not super unknown that humans are known to be versatile and ferocious fighters. So they, like, the threat showed up in their town. They went ahead and stopped it. One thing that does appear to be weird, you swear this rock over here is looking at you.
Hello, Rock.
You know, I was gonna ask about that. You cleared out a whole section of ruin. Even the shipyards for some reason. I don't know why.
Shall we check what's underneath the rock? Or if the rock is alive?
What up?
Hi, rock token. That's definitely not live.
Wait, can I speak to rocks?
Can you?
You
Rock can't talk.
I am gonna look that up right now because I
mean-
am on that track.
Anyone can speak to rocks. Not everyone can hear what rocks have to say back.
Oh, you can hear it. They just don't have a lot to say.
That as well. So, question: who is approaching the rock?
Fine, Damir's approaching rock.
I'll stay back.
Zach will just join because, like, it needs something to do.
I guess I'll join in.
Curiosity and, yeah, basically just curiosity.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw a rock at the rock.
Alright, so as you start approaching and start trying to... It's pretty easy to find a rock to throw at the rock. As the group starts approaching, it starts, like, scuttling away. And, Damir, when you throw the rock at the rock, it hits the rock, and it just, like, sets itself back down and doesn't move.
Is that a giant hermit crab or something? Or
So, update. I cannot.
Rocky crab.
I cannot speak to rocks. I can, however, speak to plants.
yeah, I don't think rocks have memories.
Is there a
I
plant
don't know.
nearby?
Have you asked
No,
one?
that's that hell.
Then again, that rock is moving, so
Yeah.
That rock is moving, though.
Mr. Rock, we mean you no harm.
Is there a
just
plant
a hermit
nearby?
crab.
There's a lot of dead plants.
Any plant will do. It can
Yeah.
It could be crabgrass.
as long as we're not going the fucking speak to dead plant route, please.
Oh,
I'll
you'll ask
say...
five questions.
I'll say closer to the shore. There are some, like, cattails over here that haven't been that haven't been burned.
I'll go with one of those.
There's like a streak of lightning that hit next to it, but the cattails are fine.
Alright. I'm gonna use my primal awareness, which allows me to cast this once a day to talk to it.
All right. You
I what?
I'm quick reading the spells.
Right? I'm trying to see how far back
So-
I can remember.
You can question plants about events in the spells area within the past day.
Yes.
Huh.
Alright, so you imbue these cattails with sentience. They are breezing in the wind.
You people call me the freak.
Excuse me.
Shh, it's okay. Plants don't have souls.
Yes, they do. I've seen them in the underworld.
Wait, really?
Yes,
I wasn't even aware plant ghosts existed.
they do. They just don't have much to scream about.
Does that mean plants go to heaven as well?
Anyway, yeah.
Shh, Sandra's talking.
Sorry, never done this before. Have any survivors been through here? It's okay. Take your time.
That's okay. Take your time.
Maybe.
Okay, well, if you could tell us, it would be an enormous help. Or, what's the deal with that rock over there?
Okay, fucking onion. Is that an onion plant?
No, it's a cattail.
Sounds like
They're
a-
so fluffy. It just goes murr.
Maybe we could offer to like fertilize it or something.
Would you like to, some water? But that
Nah.
I'm good.
okay, well,
There is a cat.
Even though they predominantly grow in like marshy environments.
can you tell us?
Yeah, it has enough water.
Can you tell us anything useful?
True, maybe it is full.
The wind is nice.
The wind is nice, isn't it?
Yes.
Great talk. It just walks away from the plant.
So, how have you been?
Sandra, if you're feeling lonely, we can just pick up more crew. You don't have to talk to cattails.
I'm taking my mind off of things.
Yeah. You want to just poke
I
the
mean,
rock?
I'd be
You
curious as to what the
heartless
thoughts of a plant
bitch.
are.
I'll have you know, I have 2 hearts. Ymir says as she approaches the rock.
Not like you use either of them.
Sandra flips her off.
Demir approaches the rock.
With another rock in hand in case it starts to run away again.
Currently, it's not running away.
Cool, I'm gonna chuck a rock at it.
How close are you when you chuck the rock?
For God's sake.
Right around here.
Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna start grabbing people's tokens because, like, so, okay, Sandra's here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, feel free.
You're as
you.
big as a dog!
Okay.
It's like you're just in that general area.
Nicholas, and I'll just put the party back up. So, yeah, Demir, you're like 30 or so feet away. You chuck another rock at the rock. It hits the rock. Nothing happens.
I'm gonna shoot
And-
the rock with a gun.
Fucking rock!
What the
As you
fuck is wrong
pull-
with you?
As you pull out your gun, it just starts immediately scooting across the ground in this direction.
Sorry, Rock.
Yeah, 26 is definitely enough to hit a rock.
Oh.
Zach's gonna start getting closer.
You,
Bang, bang, bang.
yeah, you chip a chunk off of the rock. It continues scuttling away.
You know what? Zach's gonna try to get on top of the rock, jump onto it.
Sandra grabs Damer's arm and lowers the gun. Like, violence is not always the goddamn answer.
Hey,
And
Damer, can you roll a d20 for me?
And starts
Sorry,
following
20?
the
Just raw
rock.
d20.
Yeah, just roll a d20. Alright, Damer, as you're shooting at the rock, Zach just, like, takes off in front of you, and you almost shoot Zach, but, you know, you're a better shot than that.
Yeah, of course. I literally do not even react because it does not occur in my brain that I could have hit Zach. Also, the mayor does lower her hand and then raises her other hand and shoots with that one.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
There's more than one rock? Oh.
Is 12 enough to hit a rock?
With everyone getting in front of it, like, you don't really have a necessarily clear shot. Like, there are two people in between you and the rock, and one of them is attempting to jump on top of the rock. Zach, make an athletics check.
Alright, let's fucking go.
And one of them I actually care about hitting.
I would like
One
to
of
assist with that.
skills.
This is not so great. To jump.
Zach, you are unable to catch the rock as it scuttles behind the building.
Come back, I just want to talk with you.
Can I catch up to it to try to do so?
So Dante, you have quite a distance to cover. Zach, make a persuasion check.
I'm going to lasso
I
it.
promise. I like, look, we just gotta talk about this. It's gonna be fine, please.
I would like to lasso it.
A rock? I mean, I guess if you wanna.
It's
A
not
rock?
just a boulder. It's a rock.
Sandra, make a lasso check.
What's a lasso check?
Are you proficient in lassoing?
It depends.
Upon seeing the lassoing, Damer turns to Roxy and says, "You ever lasso any rocks in your time, sweetheart?"
Roxy, who's still on the ship, goes, "What?
Is it
What?
Is it a dex check?
Yeah, just make raw dexterity."
Raw dex, you got it. 22.
Sandra, you're just like, I think I know how to do this, and somehow, yeah, you know how to tie knots, so you make a lasso and you lasso this rock.
Alright, I'm gonna hold on to
Does
that.
does the rock start dragging her?
Yeah, actually make an athletics check.
Yep.
Yeah, good luck.
I say because if I can get to
Zach
it, I
will
can
attempt
help.
to grab to grab Sandra or the rope.
So, Zach, also make an athletics check.
Oh god.
Come on, we got the fucking
I have
belt
such
for a
high
reason.
athletics. I
If
need
you
to
could get
be
over
there.
here, that would help.
Teamwork
Well, I don't know how
makes
much
the
I can
dream
move.
work.
You know
How
what?
much can you
What the
move?
heck?
I'll say in this time you're about here.
Come
Yeah,
on,
so
just
it'd
like
be a
using the
high five
fucking
there.
giant belt.
So, Zach, you do in fact manage to grab Sandra, and Sandra goes forward a couple of feet with you, and finally you manage to stop both of them. And then you see a hand come out from under the rock, cut the rope, and then it starts scuttling southwards.
What does the hand look like?
It looks like a hand.
But like, what
Human hand?
what kind of person would this hand fucking belong to?
Can I block it off though?
It's relatively humanoid, and it is covered in a lot of dirt.
Zach screaming out, "It's heading south!"
You say, am I able to get there and cut it off?
Sandra.
Make an athletics check.
Sandra fucking bolts after it. Now this thing owes me a rope.
Hey, you know what I'm going to do right now?
What?
I'm going to pull out my Eldritch Cannon.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Stop.
If I double
yeah.
dunk it, it'll get
Oh my
stunned.
god, Dante!
I'm
So-
really athletic.
Dante, you are just like Terminator sprinting, and you cut off in front of it, stick your hand out, and stop it dead in place. Sandra, you almost run into the back of the rock.
The mirror makes an audible.
I say, am I able to? Can I grapple it?
Yeah, I'll say with that 32, it not only stops with your hand putting it there, but then you grab the rock. You can feel it like wiggling a bit.
As
Dude,
an action,
can we please just talk?
As an action, I'm casting this.
Okay.
All around the rock to make sure it can't run very far.
Do you think it's gonna really get far with me holding it?
Maybe. It's a rock.
But like, not us, right?
So you cause plant growth within the 100-foot radius.
All 100
and,
feet. With a small circle around the rock.
So the rock is rooted in place now, and as it's attempting to shift around in Dante's arms, Dante, you just hear, "What in tarnation?"
What, homie? Can we talk, please? Like, just talk to us. Like, I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to talk.
But what you want?
You want to know what the hell's going on?
What are you talking about? What's going on? You know what's going on here.
Okay, I have not been here, and these people haven't been here in a long time. What happened? Has anyone been here recently? Has it only been you? Like, there's a lot to know.
You feel the rock shifting more, and you just hear, "Oh well, I'll be able to get a look at your faces if you didn't give me a rude place here."
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Just a precaution.
I suppose I will assist him so that he can actually, like, visually see us, just helping him a bit. But still being on guard in case he wants to try to bolt again.
So you lightly lift up the rock, and you just see a pair of beady little eyes underneath it, and they kind of analyze all of you as you're surrounding it. And they are unable to come out from under the rock as it is rooted to the ground.
What species is it?
You are unable to see it from under the rock.
Say, can you get a better look at us now? Sorry, it's pretty rooted in here. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, well, certainly not from around here now, are you?
I'm gonna shine Taz on him.
No, we aren't from around here. We're traveling through. We're trying to figure out what's happened and what's going on. We're trying to get to the bottom of things, and we were hoping that maybe we could ask you some things about, here, and what's occurred.
So Sandra, I will say, the issue is not it is dark under the rock. The issue is you're attempting to look under a crack in the ground.
Yeah,
You
like
legitimately
it
have
is
to
rooted to the ground.
You would have to put your head an inch into the ground to see underneath the rock. You have rooted it in place.
Alright, I'm just gonna ask, what are you?
What?
Are you like a rock golem, or...?
No. This is just my cover.
It's very good cover, although when you're moving around a lot, not the best to cover, not gonna lie.
I'm gonna use my eye patch 8-fold, and then I'm gonna just look inside it.
I swear you just said iPad.
So,
very different.
Yeah, Vriska, you activate the eye patch 8-fold and peer through the stone itself, and you can see that, like, on all fours is what you can perceive a very dirty, hobo-ish looking crazy half-elf. And, yes. They appear to be... They have a variety of traits. They're a little bit shorter. They definitely... Like, they have the elven ears, but they're certainly not a purebred line of anything. They're just a mix of whatever. So it's eugenics is not a thing that is necessarily prevalent.
Good.
Yeah, love who you want to love, Anyway, so yeah, you see this person, and they have like one thing that you notice is they have a backpack on that is like rattling full of stuff, and they are straight up on all fours, and there are handles on the interior, and with your eye patch, as you kind of draw back a little bit, you can see that there are runes on the interior of this rock. This is a magic rock.
It's a magic rock.
dope. Say that's pretty damn cool.
So, what you doing here?
Like I said, we're trying to figure out what's happened. We're trying to get to the bottom of what's.
I mean, it's kind of
currently
obvious
going-
what happens.
what's going
Dragons
on.
plundered the place. Now,
Which
we're
is, yes, obviously dragons
the
attack.
thing
We want to know how recently has there been activity here?
A couple
Like,
days
how
ago.
That's what
I
he
mean,
said.
Heard that from a lot
depends
of
on what you
places.
mean by activity. If you're
As in,
talking
like,
about-
whether it be people, if there was any survivors, or if there was more dragons here, just any kind of anything happening here. Like, what has been happening in these most recent days?
Well, there are the people who fled out west. There are the people who most of the people who weren't humans were on the other side of the bridge, and I managed to sneak my way in on this side. But you gotta keep an eye out. There's still some danger around.
What kind of danger in particular? Just dragons, or are there other
What's
things
those
also?
fucking cattails? They're watching me, I swear.
You know what?
They have
seem,
souls.
they seem to be very blissfully unaware. They were
That's something
just.
to get you.
I mean, it is true. They were thinking mostly about the wind, though. So you might be good.
Well, that means they're gonna strike. They're waiting. They're waiting for it. We need to prep. You got any bagels? I need my bagels.
We
Hey,
might have
you want
bagels.
our
I'm not
crew?
100%. I'd have to check on that. But don't worry,
I-
buddy. We can
I
keep you safe
guess-
from those.
I guess I can make you a bagel.
Oh, if you'll give me them bagels, that'll help me survive.
Wouldn't it be a realistic?
What's your feelings on
I was gonna
liquid
say, do you
bagels?
only want bagels? Because I mean, we have other, food options. Should you so
Liquid
desire.
bagels are crazy. That's too confounded. Or maybe that's just confounded enough. Ooh, I don't know. We would need to do more testing.
Very fair.
Now you're
It's
speaking
always
my
fun,
language,
it's always fun
brother.
to test. Gotta experiment,
Nicholas just
But don't worry,
creates-
we'll keep you safe from the cattails. You can see I'm a big dude. I think I got your back.
Nicholas
Keep
just
saying it.
Hey, Steve,
Yo, what's up?
can I stick my hand under into the rock?
You can certainly try.
Want to get bit by a fucking half elf?
Yeah.
By a what?
a crazy
By a half elf? You want him to fucking bite you? He's gonna bite you. Maybe.
Half elf is
Push
Alright.
your metal arm and
half
then
elf is racist.
shoves it
It's
under
being-
there.
Alright, you shove your metal
That's
arm
true.
under the rock.
And I'm gonna
you
hold it
feel,
out and I'm gonna shake his hand.
you feel something on the arm.
And without even reacting, I'm gonna say, Demir Segre, pleasure to meet you.
Oh, fascinating. Thank you for the gift, stranger.
This ain't a gift, that's my arm.
Do you pull your arm out?
Well, yeah.
Alright, the hand is gone.
All right. How do we get the hand back?
Build a new one.
Get a bagel.
Sure, I'll make some bagels. I have my
Sir,
food and
may I
water
please have
spell
my hand
prepped.
back.
Oh, sorry about that, stranger. I thought it was a gift. Here you go. It scuttles out by itself, and then just like waits for you to pick it up.
I hold out my nub, and then it just attaches itself magnetically.
Zach slowly lowers down their
Thank you.
spear.
Hey, he's just a little confused. Nothing wrong with that.
Which side of the spear are you lowering down?
I was gonna use create food and water.
So, do you cast Create Food and Water? Because if I recall, the spell, like if you post the spell, I think it makes enough food for 10 people. So are you just gonna make 10 people's worth of bagels?
Dang right.
This man is going to have the best fucking day he's had in months.
All right, can you post the spell for me? You should be able to just pull open your spellbook and click on it.
Sandra has wandered off, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, I could do that. That's much better. Spell book.
Sandra, make her
Just-
friends.
Not purify. Create food and water. Just copy the
Ask the
description.
cattails if they're conspiring against this man.
I do not say where I'm going.
Duplicate.
You should
Sandra's
just be able
lost
to.
Venus.
Does anyone notice?
Oh, you have to click the die icon next to the spell in Foundry, and it'll ask if you want to cast it.
Oh. Cast spell.
All right. Oh God, 45 pounds of food.
15 humanoids!
Nice. I hope you like bagels, sir.
But
All right.
60
They're
pounds
great.
Fuck you up with
bread.
bagels, bitch!
So, yeah, you. Oh, it only takes one action.
Oh
So,
my god.
Nicholas, you cast the spell, and like, how does
Just
it look?
rains!
Yeah, it rains bagels. That's exactly
Just
what
like being
happens.
pelted by bagels.
Yeah, you cast the spell, and just bagels start falling from the sky around.
Oh,
and,
jeez, Nicholas, what the fuck?
Suddenly, all of you see the rock just like shift and then rip itself out of the ground and like flip over, revealing this just dirty, disheveled, long, messy beard, crazed half-elf. And he goes, "Oh, yippee-ki-yay, it's my luckiest day!" And he just starts grabbing and shoving into the backpack as many bagels as he can.
See, glad we came along, aren't you?
Oh, this is gonna last me so many days, so many days.
What if they go bad?
Bagels never go bad. They just lose the soul.
The mayor shrugs and then just holds out her hand until a bagel lands into it.
A
Which-
bagel's about to land into it, and then he just bites it from the air in front of you.
Goddamn. Well, sir, it's nice to meet you. Name's Dante. This is our traveling adventures party. If you're willing to tell us more about what's been going on around here, we would greatly appreciate it.
It was still with bagel in mouth and arms full of bagels. He lifts up his foot and just like wraps his toes around the bottom of your hand and shakes, and you just hear through the other side of a bagel, "How about a whole way hickory? Here, you say like all right here, stranger."
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
He continues chewing on the bagel, and you see him with practiced expertise bite the bagel and then chew it around the entire circle into his mouth, and then he just
Nice.
swallows it.
What a fucking champion.
He then just, on his 2 feet, like, he walks very bow-legged, where it's like, he's hopping back and forth, and when a bagel lands next to him, he picks it up with 1 foot and adds it onto the pile. Extremely limber. All of you, can all of you make an insight check for me?
Sure.
Even
Besides
me, I
Sandra, who's
wandered
there.
off.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Sandra's
except for
never
Sandra.
I think it was a 7.
No roll.
It was a 7 on scratch.
Better than Dante. Worse than Zach.
All right. The
How?
DC
How did you get worse than me?
So the DC was 10. Zach and Nicholas, you know that this guy is gone. He is insane. He watched his entire town burn down. It's like, Nicholas, you pick up on this guy probably wasn't even all there when the town burned down. He's just rolling with the punches, and sure has some smarts in him. You pick up on they do have some gnomish heritage, but like it's the whimsy that really like you really catch the gnomish whimsy, which is why this crazy individual who's picking up bagels with his feet that everyone here is aware is going to disappear in 24 hours, but they are having the time of their life. They are very happy that it is raining bagels.
He's gonna kill us.
Hey, we made one man's whole day, so that's fine by me.
Just Zach mentally pondering. Is this guy gonna hunt us down when the bagels disappear?
Well, we don't know that that's what happens. Nicholas knows, so it's up to Nicholas if he wants to tell him that.
That's true. I mean, I suppose.
I mean,
It's some
I guess
magic
it
knowledge
depends on
thing.
how quick he eats all the bagels. So,
I don't know just how much he can eat. He's kind
Actually,
of
no. Fucking Nicholas has used the spell before. God damn.
Would I know that the bagels disappear?
Yes.
Pretty sure I would. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not exactly an uncommon spell.
Like,
The mayor joyfully does not mention that fact and just thinks about
Dante's
what
not a wizard. He doesn't fucking know.
Zach just like, oh god. Well, you win
Well,
some,
Saturday
you'll
goes
lose some.
bad,
Such is the
so-
junks of life.
Such as the jonks.
Yep, such is the junks.
I gotta tell you, Nicholas's prankster's gambit's gonna go high up in 24 hours.
Nicholas's guilt also goes up. Fucking rip.
It also goes up.
On the
Alright.
one hand, haha, on the other hand, what have I done?
So, was there anything else the four of you wanted to do?
Well, Zach's just gonna, if we're done with this guy, probably gonna figure out where Sandra went to since she's,
yeah.
having a
Right.
bad time.
Okay. So, Sandra, you wandered off a while ago.
Yes. I'm just gonna find a farm field and stand in it for a while.
You find a farm field that is pockmarked with acid marks and dead plant from various poison breath. You can see a lightning blast has taken a portion of the barn nearby down.
Oh, I do nothing. I just stand there for a while.
Alright. After a while, Zach, you find Sandra standing in a marred field.
Zach is observing.
Always being the creepy clown in the background.
It's like,
After a while, after a while, I start casting this again. That is my last level 3 spell slot. The long one.
You take the 8 hours to enrich the half-mile radius.
Yes.
Bro, this man's gonna get killed by cattails. What are you doing?
Zach's just gonna just be observing this like, she's just making the plants grow for like a while now.
This man is gonna be convinced this is the cattails uprising against him.
I've seen this before.
If anyone comes up to Zach, Zach's gonna just shush him, just like, just let her.
Well, Dante's enjoying the plant growth.
It doesn't grow the plants, it just enriches the soil.
And the spell is plant growth, but she's clearly doing. She's taking a lot longer than it normally does, so this is gonna be here a while.
I mean, hey, if she's healing the land, she's healing the land.
Alright. Well, was
Zach will
there
just keep watch, I guess.
was there anything else that the party would like to do before we wind down on the session?
Not really.
So it's okay. I can interrogate him more next time, even if he has nothing but batshit crazy things to say to me. Sometimes, amidst the batshit crazy, they'll say one useful thing, so you never know. Oh, nope.
Looks like Frisco left.
That was Demare. Yep.
Yep, that means wind down time and time to
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah. sounds
Alright,
about right.
so with that, we are ending session. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope all of you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had fun.
And we'll see you
I didn't
guys
really
next...
enjoy the. Sorry.
And we'll see you guys next week because we're totally not going on hiatus or anything.
Whoa.
I had a lot of fun listening in, and even with the slight cameo of interplanar, well, not really interplanar, but cross-planar communications.
Heckin' heck yeah. It's like me, I've been, what is it, even though I haven't been saying so, because I have the signal, like, stone or whatever, like, during nights while I'm on top deck, I'm just gossiping with, what is it, the baddest bitch in town back in the Orklands. we just talking to each other. We just gossiping like teenage girls to each other about the things we've murdered. Like, you won't believe what I conquered today. Cause she the best.
Yeah.
Interplanar talking to the homies.
Orvid has been busy.
Just Orbit's up to some serious fucking shit, and we're just like, hey, we're up to some serious shit too. Yours is probably crazier though.
Well, when you come to town, you get to have a nice little conversation with them, I guess.
You do get to feed a freaking crazed homeless man, though.
Hey, that's fine by me.
Nobody makes the homeless like Granite Keep.
Yeah, you having fun over there in your new cushy job while the rest of us die out here?
Oh, it's anything but cushy right now.
Yeah,
it's not.
For you folks,
I'm not slacking back here. It's a lot of stuff.
you folks who don't know, Orvid has a side campaign running right now.
Just a slight side, just a slight side plot. There's no different than a solo session,
But
And
who is controlling me?
Oh, that was me.
Oh,
Yeah. I thought I didn't have anyone selected, but I did have you selected. Hang on, I need to put down me and...
no, honestly, it hasn't really been going on that long. It's just like catching up with the plot for how long since I've left.
Maybe I should make that recap video.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things just got revealed because, hey, congratulations! You got into the next story arc.
that's what I figured.
I mean, you guys have like half the context of what Orvid has been up to, and I guess you get the rest when you come visit.
Yep.
yeah.
Clue what's up with that.
When Sandra comes back from her field excursion, she's going to immediately ask about those teleport scrolls. Fair warning.
Okay, so should we quick jump into Conversation Castle so we can do the wind
Yes,
down?
absolutely.
Because I need to be getting to bed real soon. Because
Yes,
I still got work.
I got work in the morning, and I have to go to Chicago right after work.
Oof.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
shoot.
Well, you folks, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back next week. See you soon.